everyone, what is up? I am so glad that you are all here for today's video. My name is Tia Joy and welcome to the Tia Joy channel, where we honor people, we honor ourselves, and we learn lessons to help us make wise choices. I'm really excited for today's video because this video is for those who wants to go natural, starting your journey for this year, for 2022, and you just need some help. Like, what do you need to do? How can you get started? And you just need some tea. And honey, trust and believe, sister girl know exactly how you feel. So that's why I am here to help you out. But before I get into some tips of what can help you to start your journey for 2022, I need you to do a couple things, which is I would love for you to join a part of the family. So hit the subscribe button below. And plus, I need you to hit that bell as well and turn on that notification, honey, so you can be automatically notified when I upload a new video. So here's the thing. What in the world can you do? How in the world do you get started with going natural? I'm really excited about today's video because this is something I've been wanting to do for a while, and for me to actually just do it and start it is really, really exciting. So here is the tea for all you new naturals and you're deciding 2022 is going to be my year of focusing on my hair care and making sure it is healthy, it grows, it gets everything it needs, and you need some help of how to get started or what to do. Well, I got you. So here are the 6 tips. So tip number 1, examine what you have. I like to compare going natural the same thing like getting into shape, right? If you are a person that's saying, hey, I want to lose some weight, you have to first examine and know what you're working with. So you got to examine your body, you got to see what areas you want to get rid of, how much you want to lose, what kind of foods do you need, what stuff you need to take away. The only difference is you're just switching to your hair. So when it comes to your hair, what kind of hair type do you have? Is it 4A, 4C, 3C? Is your hair too dry? Are you losing hair? Do you need to wash it more often? Are you seeing a lot of split ends? Like, examine your hair and see what you're working with. The products, is the products you're using helping your hair? Are you seeing hair growth? Are you're seeing hair shortage? Like, examine and see what is going on with your hair. And then after you find out all those things, the second tip is research. I know exactly how you feel, so that's why I'm giving you all these tips, because these tips helped me, and these are the tips that I actually did. And so all of the things I'm giving you is things I've done. So the biggest thing I most definitely did was number 2, which was a lot of research. I researched a lot on my hair. So I would say research your problems or research things that you want to get better at to help your hair grow. So me, I researched like how to comb my hair. I hated combing my hair. When I first was natural, and I was natural growing up as a kid, I got my first relaxer in high school, and I never want to do natural again. I couldn't stand washing it. I couldn't stand combing it. I didn't know how to properly style it. My mom did all that, and she did the hot comb, honey. You know, the one that's metal and you put it on the stove and wait for it to heat up, and then I'd be like, trying to make sure she don't get to that scalp and not burn it. I get it. Honey, I couldn't stand being natural. So I did so much research. I researched how to wash my hair. I researched the different type of oils. I researched how to comb, how to style, the different ingredients and things that can help your hair grow. So I did a lot of research. The lock method, what that means. And little did I know how big the hair community is, especially natural hair. It's so big, so you're gonna find a lot. So research everything you possibly can about your hair, about your problems, and that's really gonna help you to do number 3, which is to start finding products. I highly encourage you, when you are researching for your different products that can help you as far as like your shampoos, your conditioner, and all that stuff, here's one huge thing I would say when it comes to you finding products is do not be a product junkie. I get it, there's so many products out there, which is wonderful, but you don't want to become a product junkie, because as you continue on your natural hair care growth, especially when you get to a point of the other tips that I have, you're going to realize the less is more, like literally. I always thought to myself, like, why in the world does guys' hair grow so much faster than women's? That's because they don't do a lot with their hair. They probably wash it every blue moon, maybe twice or 3 times a month. They don't do a lot, and they don't put a lot of products in their hair. And that's why their hair always seems to grow so much faster than women, and it drives me crazy. But when it comes to products, just do not get a lot of products. If you do want to try products, I will highly encourage you to do the smallest size they have, either a sample size, a travel size, or the smallest size they have, because you don't know if it's going to 100% work. And I'd rather you get the smallest size, so that way if it doesn't really work, which you're really not going to see a whole bunch of results until like 4 to 6 weeks, sometimes you'll see it sooner, but you don't want to spend so much money on a product and it doesn't work and then it's just sitting there and then you go to the next thing. You don't want to have a whole bunch of products sitting around if you're not going to use it all. So get the smallest that you possibly can. I also encourage you, try, if you want to, you're going to realize as you go on your natural hair care journey is you're not going to always find all your products in the hair care aisle. So explore. That's the beauty of going natural. You can try different things and see how your hair reacts, so you don't have to limit yourself to the products that you know. Even I'm African American, but I don't limit myself just to African American hair products, because even though it's out there, and I'm not saying any African American business is bad, but that doesn't mean because I'm African American I have to use African American hair products. There's other products that can work out for you. And also keep in mind, if you're a 4C, remember there is 1,000 4Cs out there. So a product for 4C that you use may work for that person, but it may not work for the other. But that doesn't mean it's a bad product. That means it just doesn't work. So don't limit yourself to specific things. Explore. That's the beauty of going natural. That's the beauty of having a natural hair care journey, is finding out what works for you. Same thing when you're working out. You're doing different workouts that is designed and created uniquely for you, so that way you can get the results that you are going for. To keep it simple when it comes to finding your products, you just need a good shampoo, a good conditioner, a deep conditioner. So make sure if you do your research a lot about what kind of deep conditioner should you use, like protein treatments, hot oil treatments, and then add that as part of your list of products. And also the lock method, which is the liquid, the oil, and the cream. And remember, if you also wanted to figure out, okay, what is a liquid? That means something that's moist, like has like water base, basically. And you can use your favorite conditioner and just put water in it, and boom, that's your leave-in conditioner for your liquid. Oil, whatever oil, like extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, you're gonna find a lot of that stuff in the oil aisle. And then the butter, which is the cream for the lock method. The cream is just something that's a heavy, thick cream base, like a shea butter, in oils that you can add in, and it all works out. And then boom, there you go. So the fourth one is after you got all your products. So you, first of all, you figured out, examining your hair, what's going on. 2, you did research on all those things that you found out what's going on. And then you got your products. The fourth one is your routine. So just pick a day and be consistent. Now, once again, this is your natural hair care journey. You don't have to wash your hair once a week if you don't want to, or twice a week. You can wash your hair whenever you want to, as long as you are consistent. So if you want to do once a week, pick a consistent day in that week. If it's going to be every Sunday or every Monday, be consistent and leave some time aside to take care of your hair. It can only be, it's up to you of how long it takes. Just shampoo and conditioner, and then deep conditioner normally takes to 45 to an hour. It's up to you. But whatever routine you have as far as keeping your hair clean, just make sure that you be consistent within your routine, and that's when you're really going to see the results of what's working and not working within your hair. Find a wash day. As you go natural, you're going to realize it's going to take a little bit of time, so make sure you trim that time within your day, within that day of your week, and then just focus on your hair and really take care of it. The fifth one I would say is a great tip is protect the style. One thing you're going to realize as you go your natural hair care journey is you have to leave your hair alone. You can't keep messing with it. So a protective style is the best thing ever because your ends is the most important part. It's the oldest part of your hair. So the more you put it away, the more you don't mess with it, the more you're going to also see your hair grow. So make sure that there's thousands and thousands of protective styles out there that you could use. If you're not ready to show your hair yet, there's sew-ins, there's wigs, there's single weave twist, lock twist, like there's many protective styles that you can find either on YouTube or Pinterest that you can look into to find a style that you think is cute, that you want to rock either for that week or 2 week or to your next wash day, whatever you want to do. There's so many styles, but protective styling and leaving your hair alone is the best result. So make sure you do that. The last tip I would say for your natural hair care journey is patience. Now there are people that I have watched a lot, like a Natural 85. I watched Alicia James, and those are the two. Actually, Alicia James is the one I watched the most when I first started my natural hair care journey, and then I got into Alicia James and watching hers, and I really fell in love with making my own products actually, which I will share a little bit later in another video. But one thing that I realized is your hair takes a lot of patience, and even they have long hair and it's the same thing. One thing about that I encourage you to do is try not to focus too much on and do too much research on only people who have long hair. And the reason why I say that is I know for me, when I saw somebody that had long hair and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Like I saw what they were doing, it was great. And I'm like, I'm super excited for my hair to get that way. And I pretty much looked at them all the time. And then I get to a point where it's like, okay, is my hair growing? You get a little bit impatient because you have to keep in mind your hair doesn't grow overnight. It's a journey. Just like if you're working out and you're trying to lose weight and get a certain size within yourself, it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to sit there and go run a mile and say, oh, all right, I already lost 18 pounds. No, it's going to take a minute to get to that. It's a journey. So you have to have lots of patience. I can admit, there are possibly some things you can do to grow an inch overnight. I know there's some type of egg routine or whatnot, but just know that it's going to take patience. For me, it took a while. It's still taking a while, but it's a journey. And if you're not in for the long run, then you possibly going to be discouraged throughout your journey. But if you have something to remind yourself that I'm not just doing it just to grow a specific inch of hair, I'm doing this as a lifestyle because I really want to take care of my hair and to be healthy as possibly it can, then you're going to enjoy the journey. You're going to enjoy the styles of your hair. You're going to have, they're going to have some up and down, but you're going to keep in mind it's a journey. So patience is key. Have patience and leave your hair alone. Don't mess with it every 3 to 5 minutes. It's going to hurt you. It's going to make you discouraged, and you don't want that. So make sure you have lots and lots of patience. Try not to think too much about it, and if you continue to live your life and just keep being consistent, you're going to see results just like that. It's going to be like,
wow, it's been how many months and my hair is already this already?
That's when you're really going to see some true results, when you just make it a part of your routine. Same thing like if you're brushing your teeth or washing your face, you're just going to wash your face and you're going to brush your teeth. You're going to get dressed. Why? Because it's a natural routine that you do, and you're going to do it without thinking about it. And then when you finally realize,
oh snap, my teeth is whiter than snow. Like, how did I do that?
you just been very consistent. So keep that in mind. Patience is key. My bonus tip, I would say, if you are starting your natural hair care journey for 2022, I highly encourage you for at least your first 2 years, I would say no heat. The reason why I say that is because this is the thing. I say no heat is because you don't want to get heat happy. What I mean is, I'm telling you, when you get to a point your hair is really growing and you see the length, you're going to be like, what? And you're gonna be so obsessed with it to a point where it's like, OMG, you wanna constantly flat iron it, and then next thing you know, heat damage. So I would say for at least your first 2 years, try not to add any heat to it. No, flat iron, even blow drying, don't even do that either. Try not to add anything heat wise to your hair. The only thing that's a deception that's accepted as far as heat is if you're doing a deep conditioner. And for me, even with that, I don't even add heat. I just add a plastic cap, and then I add a hat over it, a nice like winter cap, and that's my heat. Because I just don't want to apply any heat to my hair because I don't want to get heat happy. I've gotten heat happy, and I've been natural, I would probably say, since 2013. And I can admit I had a lot of setbacks, and that's because I got heat happy. My first 2 years when I did grow my hair, it was growing. I'm like, yes. And then when I add a blow dry to it, and I was dumb enough also to add I don't know if you guys remember this brand called Ite, and they kept, I don't know why, but on Facebook, they keep showing a whole bunch of videos of the girls flat iron their hair, getting their hair flat ironed, and it has that body to it. Like, I was like, I want that, so I got it, and I added as a routine, and I shouldn't have done that. And heat damage, because I got so obsessed of wanting that thick, movable hair, and it's natural, and I got too heat happy. And when your hair grows and you're seeing the length, you want to flat iron and see how long it is, and you get too excited. So I would just say try not to go with no heat, and if you do heat, I would say at least once a year. Try not to make it too much, because you don't want to mess up everything you worked for of having healthy hair and getting heat damage. If you do want to flat iron it, either you can do it yourself once a year, or I would say go to a salon and do it if you're not ready to really add heat to your hair because you're seeing the flourish of the growth. If you want to stretch it, there's tons of videos to stretch your hair to really see how long it is. But I would say try not to have any heat to your hair, and you will see it grow. So those are all of my tips that I have for your natural hair journey. I hope this helped you a lot. Just for a recap for it, number one is examine your hair, know what you're working with. The second thing is research, a lot of research. Number three is products. Keep it simple, honey. Try not to go too crazy. Number four is find your weekly routine of what you can do, or monthly, whatever works for you. And the fifth one is protective style, and the last one is patience. Now keep in mind, as I said this before, it is your journey. You can do whatever you want that works for you. Create your natural hair journey that's for you. It's your unique journey. Don't think because you see somebody else doing something that you're doing it wrong. It's your hair journey. Whatever works for you. There is no rules to going natural. It is up to you of what you want. And if you're seeing results, it's working, honey. If you don't see results, just adjust it. Try not to compare your routine to everybody else and what other people buy compared to everybody else. Because remember, you may have the same hair type, but that doesn't mean that all the products for that hair type works for your hair. Your hair will tell you what to do, so listen. Or you can tell it what it needs to do, and it will do it too. So if you say, hair, I need you to grow, let it grow.
Hair, I need you to have more protein so you can have no split-ends.
Like, tell your hair what to do, and it will do it most definitely. That's all that I have. If you like these tips, go ahead and hit the like button below. And if you have any questions, or if you have words of wisdom you want to give other people, definitely put it in the comments. Hit that subscribe button below, and also hit that bell and turn on that notification, because I really want you to be updated about when I upload a new video. So go ahead and turn all those things on. I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. And do not forget, don't just make good choices, but wise ones. Bye.